Brigadier General, co-founder of Restore Liberty and Newsmax contributor. General Blaine Holt, welcome.
Good morning to
General,
both of you.
good to see you, General, as always. We've seen this with Vladimir Putin before over the last 20 years. A slow buildup followed by atrocities. Are we going to see that again here in Ukraine?
Yep, we're going to see more of the same. He's going to continue. What I would say is we're so dialed in on what's going on in Ukraine, and we should be, because we can never let anybody off for this type of crimes against humanity that we see playing forward. But I want to remind everybody that Putin is also a strategist, and he plays chess at multiple levels. And so what's caught my attention also this morning is this drive to force the European Union to pay for its fuel stocks in rubles that are now backed by gold, and the ruble is starting to rise again. So we have to keep our eyes on many things, and those things are global.
Yeah, General, like you just talked about the rubles. This isn't being talked a lot about, right? Putin's trying to make the West weaker, starting with the value of the U.S. dollar. Part of his plan, for sure, right?
Right. So what does China and Russia despise? They despise, and they are always holding in contempt, that we have levers because our currency is the world-backed currency. The petrodollar has been a primary instrument of our foreign policy for years, and we were energy independent just a little short time ago. This is a tremendous window for them to work the Middle East, to change how the global order looks from their standpoint, and to push currencies that quite frankly, eliminate our influence.
Right. Scary thought. General, here's the question that the American people want answered. How does this war end? Right now, as I see it, I think these are the options. Putin and Zelensky somehow agree to some sort of peace deal that both sides can agree on, at least right now. Another, Putin withdraws because of the economic pressures, these sanctions to his own economy. World War III happens between NATO and Russia, and then who knows how that ends. Putin's taken out. Okay, he's no longer the president of Russia. Or we see Russia-Afghanistan 2.0, and Russia stays there for the next 10 years, and this thing peters out with a whimper, a decade from now. Well, how do you see this ending?
I think you've got all the lines of possibilities exactly correct. I think Putin does have a very weak flank at home, and it's growing by the day. And so I think you're going to see Russia want to find its off-ramp here very soon. It doesn't mean they're not going to go for the best possible deal in Donbass or Crimea that they can get. And officially, they'll have no interest in rebuilding Ukraine whatsoever. So there is a deal out there. I do think that they're going to leave. I don't see them wanting an Afghanistan or a protraction anything. I think they're looking to their next steps. But it's unclear how he wants to exactly get off the stage. This is where we have a lot of influence. We can support Zelensky with a much faster velocity rate of logistics than what we're giving him right now. We can tighten shoulder to shoulder with NATO, and this can accelerate the Russian departure from Ukraine. And I think that's where we ought to be oriented.
Yeah, we know President Zelensky spoke with President Biden yesterday, asking him for some of those things. General Blaine Holt, thank you so much for joining us today.
Good to see you, General.
Good to see you both.
Thank you. All right, back here in the U.S., the Biden administration is targeting a late May end date to